All right. All right. So hello everyone. This is unusual to be recording this late in the day. We'll see how we do. Um
Yeah,
but
you
this is yeah.
nope, yeah, usually what we do is Sunday afternoons and now it's a weeknight evening.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, interesting. Interesting. We'll see what how different the energy is.
Yes. Yeah. So this is Conversations with Two Medical Intuitives. I am Rebecca Roseberry and we have the lovely Erica Sloan.
Oh.
And this is September 30th of 25. And we took a little bit of a break, maybe like 2 months or something.
Yeah. Yes. What was the last one in July?
It should,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I'm pretty
was in
sure.
July.
Yeah.
But I know this is our ninth episode. Woohoo.
Wow, I didn't know the number, but cool. 9. Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Right?
Yes. So we can just dive right in. I mean, I know it's after the fact, but it was we were warned and it came true that September was probably the shit show, the shit month of the year so far. How about you?
I wish I had known that. I would have
Uh,
been better prepared.
uh, I know it's always good to be prepared so you can brace yourself, but
But
yeah, why?
knowing either there's blessings in that too, not knowing going into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I knew it. I knew. We knew. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so moving into October, I have no idea what's predicted there, but I could tell you it's gotta be, it's gotta go up from there.
True. Actually, October feels like a leveling out month, whereas like the end of August and September, everything was just kind of roto-rooted out of everybody, and
Yes,
whether they were ready for it or not. But October is kind of a leveling out month, it seems.
good. Like where we can breathe and feel alive.
Yes, but I think the biggest thing is to ensure that you're taking care of yourself. That's the biggest thing. The leveling out will happen or will occur if you prioritize yourself and processing yourself first.
Okay, I
That
like that.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at the moment. Just kind of doing your work, you're eating well, you're getting your sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and you're moving. And I think those are the three biggest things that will actually help you or help a person just navigate through all these tumultuous times. Maybe that's a better word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean self-care, I think that became imperative and very obvious in September. And so I will I have no problem heeding to that at all.
Well, I'm speaking what I need to do too. Like I can only speak it because that's what I need to do as well.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So how do we catch everyone up like the past 2 months? Do you want to just update people with some of the changes that you're going through or what you want to share? Oh boy.
um, yeah, sure, definitely. So, so let's see. I thought, at the beginning of the year, I'll start there. I kind of had this feeling that this year was kind of just be a kind of a cocooning year for me. The previous year, I had done a lot of traveling and moving here and there and going everywhere. And so at the beginning of the year, I had this feeling like just kind of cocooning. And then I got the hit that, oh, it's time for me to move. And so I got that hit maybe about in February, March.
Yeah.
So I started, packing things up and looking for a place, which it was kind of odd because I was driving down a road that I travel all the time. And I'm usually very good with details and things like that. But one day I was with a friend of mine. I'm driving and this apartment complex literally just jumped into the middle of the road. It's like, hey, look at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I could move there. I had never seen this place before or heard of it. I looked it up online and it gets like a 4.8 rating. And I'm like, whoa, this is cool. So like everything started lining up, boom, boom, boom. It's within my price range. It's great. It's wonderful. And so um, then came the time to move. This was middle August. And so I ended up moving into an apartment that wasn't cleaned.
Was not cleaned.
It was not cleaned. Like I had looked at a few different apartments and they were all amazing. And so what happened was when a unit became available, I'm like, okay, I'll take it because they don't turn over very much here.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I'll take it sight unseen. And so when I finally get the keys the day before I'm supposed to move, I walk in and it's dark. There's like no natural light. It's small. And it's like, okay, you know what? I could bring the light to this. This is okay. And then I vacuum and I had to empty the canister twice because there was so much dog hair and pet dander and things like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to the office and said, you know what? I don't think this place has been cleaned. And they assured me, yes, it has been, like on multiple occasions. No, it's been cleaned, it's been cleaned. And I showed them the bucket. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it's like, okay, you know what? I can clean the apartment. The next morning, I wake up and the AC, I guess, there's a puddle outside the furnace door, and the AC leaked water. And so it's like, okay, it's the weekend. Nobody's going to come. So somebody finally came and fixed it and cleaned it up. But the next day, there was an even bigger puddle. And note that I have all my stuff moved in. I was just like, okay. So finally, it was Monday now. Somebody came, cleaned it up. They brought in like mold restoration and things like that. And um, wow, I'm getting a little heated just talking about it. So,
Oh, good, good. Yeah.
and so, but that was the kind of last straw. It's like, okay, you know what? No, I don't want this apartment. The mold, whatever. It just didn't feel right. So I had previously looked at a 2 bedroom and we found one that was okay. You know what? This is nice. This is lovely. It has a lot of natural light. It's amazing. I should have moved here first. But having to use my voice and kind of demand what I needed and what was right for me, that's hard for me to do, to kind of like stick up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to just work with the property manager and then above them to kind of get things um, taken care of because now I had to move again. So I had to pay movers again to move me. And I requested reimbursement for that and kind of like, hey, if this apartment was ready, I wouldn't have had to move.
Yeah.
So it was a lesson for me in really, yeah, I guess mostly just standing up for myself and demanding what is right for me. Whereas previously, I may have just said, you know what, it's okay, it happened, let's move on, versus,
Yeah.
no, I need reimbursement for this and this and this. And so I know that kind of sounds selfish in some ways for me as a person, but then it's like, Erica, no, this happened to you. It's not, you didn't cause this to happen. It was out of your hands. So
Did you say that you felt that that's selfish, what you just explained?
yes, yes.
No.
Yeah. So that's my work that I need to do.
Okay.
And so the movers were rock stars. And so I hired them again to move me the second time. But the second time they moved me, it was a different group of people and they dinged up all my stuff. My
Oh,
desk had gouges in it. My furniture had gouges. They ripped my couch fabric. And it took them 4.5 hours to move me from one apartment to the other in the same complex. Whereas before, I moved from one town and one city, or yeah, one city about half an hour away. packing up a house and then moving to an apartment. This was just literally everything was still packed. It took them 4 hours, whereas before it took an hour and a half. So
Oh,
it was like livid, and it cost just like almost as much as my first move. And I'm like, no, 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 this is ridiculous. And they were $300 over the estimate that they gave me. And I'm just like, okay, you know. So I had to call them and work with them on multiple occasions saying, okay, no, this is what you quoted me. And I have all these damages to my things. And so they finally reimbursed me. But it took me really standing up for myself and pushing it through and pushing, whereas I've never really done that for myself before.
yeah.
Because it's like, okay, things happen, there's a lesson here, let's move on. But to actually stand my ground and be like, no, no, this is what happened. I'm not going to pay this $300 over, and it's just like, no. So I got fully reimbursed for everything. So that was good. So now,
And did this happen in August? Is that what you said?
yep, beginning, yes. Yep.
All right.
It started August 15th and then ended, well, it's actually, I just saw that I got a check in the mail from somebody. So today it'll be ended. But now
Okay.
kind of just having to redo all my address changes and um, just all the miscellaneous stuff for moving from one apartment to a next and my utilities and things like that. So it's just been a very
Okay.
full month of everything being rotor-rooted up and like, okay, we're not going to be silent anymore. We're going to use our voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate it's so funny because I am having trouble saying like make it right, you know? Like I still feel really selfish about like, they owe me. Like I don't like those are probably the wrong words to use because like I didn't feel like they owe me, but I was due my I need to be made whole. Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
Yeah. Well, so what I'm hearing is you need to be heard,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to dive into that, or I just want to comment on what you said so far though.
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
Okay. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna just share that I feel that the month of August, because I have my own personal story and I don't know how much of it I'm actually gonna share,
Mm-hmm.
to parallel these two is that the universe gave us an opportunity to speak up for ourselves. And in doing so, we are breaking a cycle, which is what I understand in working with a shaman. Um, Her name is Chris Gordon, and we've been doing a book together and a podcast together called The User's Guide to the Fourth and Fifth Dimensions. And that's what she's sharing with me personally. And it sounds like you also had an invitation to break a cycle.
Ah,
Isn't that cool?
that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's actually, we've always known that we kind of run parallel sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So how does it feel breaking a cycle where you're speaking up for yourself and being heard?
Being uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, I feel proud of myself and like high-fiving myself, and just like, motherfucker, I did it, you know? Because like I would go to bat for anybody, but if it's me for some reason,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you know what? Move on. And it's just like no conflict, no nothing. And so it's like, oh, okay. So now it's like breaking that cycle of just moving on and letting it be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Wow. So all of that was a setup to give you an opportunity to do that.
Yes. And you know what another interesting thing is whenever I move into a new place, I always have a water issue.
Oh, like what? Like with the AC dripping?
Yet my townhouse, I guess it leaked into like my ceiling. I had to replace a portion of my ceiling because the condensation leaked, and then it leaked where the filter was, and so it would start encroaching on the living space. And then when I was in the single family house, the sewage backed up into my garage.
Oh man.
Yep. And then, oh, and then I tried to hook up a washer and dryer, and that just like blew a pipe out in the garage as well. And then here, AC leaking again.
You and water. Hmm.
Emotions, maybe.
So when I think of water, I think of emotions.
Mm.
How about you?
Oh, same, same.
Okay. So, I mean, at least you can chuckle about it, right? Do you just laugh at it, or does it, is there still a piece that you want to explore?
Well, I also think like just letting things go,
Mm-hmm.
moving on. I swallow my emotions, and so
Oh,
emotions have to come out somewhere.
right, right, right.
So that's kind of my interpretation of it at the moment. So it's like I need to, oh, gosh, probably like for the past 10 years, I've stifled my knee jerk emotional reaction to things. And so I'm learning to undo that
Okay. Why'd you do that in the first place?
to keep peace with, people that I was with and things like that. We're trying to form community and things. Um,
Right.
and so sometimes when you're with other people, in order to keep the peace, you kind of just
Yeah.
let it go and move on.
Right. Right. But you're not really letting it go. You're just stuffing it somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
Hindsight, right? 2020.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So for those listening, I want to touch on like what you just to expand on what you just said.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's what I play with all the time is that there's the inner world and there's the outer world. So there's the world behind my eyes in my body, and then there's the outer world. Now, just let's just go with that. But most people would argue, would say, most intelligent people that there's only oneness and that there's no separation and blah blah blah. But nonetheless, um so in your case, you were keeping the peace externally, seemingly. It's almost like moving furniture. Like let me arrange and let me just position myself and torque myself in a position to, keep the peace. But then if it's not true peace, and so you had to internalize the reality that you were not at peace. It wasn't authentic, right?
Oh, correct. Absolutely.
I'm just making this a teaching moment. So
Oh, no, no. I agree with you 100%.
right? And we always do this. Whether it's within or without, whether it's inside or outside, it's one or the other. But if, just start to look, and I'm talking to the audience, not you, Erica, but just start to look at, the inside world and the outside world. And if you're negotiating your truth in one or the other, it's going to show up in the other. If you're doing all this internal, but let me just say, you understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to give another example. Um, yeah, why not? Let's go for it. So, in previous episodes, I'm sure I talked about the people behind me that have a bunch of dogs. And I don't refer to them as my neighbors. I don't know if hopefully if you're paying attention, if you recognize that I'm not doing that because there's no my. There is no my.
They are not included in the my.
There is no my. They're not even, I can't even call them neighbors. They no 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 no. Okay, but what I am learning, and I'm going to continue to put it in my book, right, that I'm writing right now called Unearthed.
Oh,
Um,
didn't realize that. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah,
That's exciting. Yeah.
yeah, thank you, thank you. So, in continuing to making this a teaching moment, the anger of the dogs was so immense that I could not, and I had 4 years of this exposure that I could not help because I am an intelligent, intuitive person. I could not look at where is this anger in me, right? That's how I operate. And I know, Erica, you do as well. And that's why I'm making this a teachable moment
Yeah.
because there is no way that if I'm triggered by this and that this is in my face, that it is not in me as well. And so it's taken me a long time to unpack this um, lesson, a long time. I'm still working on it. But I just want to give people that understanding of within and without. All right, I'll give it to you, Erica.
Oh, I think you kind of summed it up really good. You know,
Yeah.
like what you said about how, where you think internally you may be okay, but if you're not aware of everything, things are going to manifest outwardly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outwardly, if you think, okay, everything's good, but you have some inner turmoil, it's going to manifest that way. So it's like our blind spots,
Yeah. But it
like the so within as without, or as with,
right.
yeah.
But it anyway, I could go on and on and on and it'll be in my book. You'll just have to read the book. But it coincided with 2020 and there's a lot of overlapping there. There's a lot of symbolism, there's a lot of lessons that I continue to unpack from that, similar to your moving experience, lot to unpack.
Yes.
And I intend to, as of yesterday morning, I intend, even more so than ever, to turn that shit show into gold.
And if anyone can do it, you can.
I will absolutely 100%, it is already done. That's
No.
just how I roll. I like to recycle. I
Oh,
like to be resourceful and I like to take piles of shit and turn it into something valuable. So let's see what I do. So anyway.
what you were kind of referring to earlier about how your month has been going.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't want to open up I'll just say I had a similar opportunity to speak up
Okay.
and clear the air on something and start the process of breaking a cycle on something. So I just want to, acknowledge that's was coming up for me, but I don't want to share the details on
Okay.
in this setting. Um,
But
but
how do you feel overall
great,
after speaking up, and
empowered, clear.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
feel yeah, it was extremely liberating and I had such clarity come through me that yeah, I'm really proud of myself.
Hey, that's huge.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then I might as well go into a potential health risk just for our listeners just to I guess express my own human experience, right? Because I like to teach about, the practical everyday stuff, but being we'll say a mystical person, how does one tread that line, or how does someone walk that, right?
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna get into some in intensely personal stuff. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so let's fast forward into September. The
Okay.
uh the shit show. The shit show extravaganza. Okay. All right. I don't mind sharing this because whatever. So, oh my God. All right, how much time do we have?
Oh,
Because
you know what?
I really want to get into the yes, good. I really want to get into the story of this because it's very significant and I want those listening to, follow along and follow the intensity of this. All right. So, I'm going to go back to May only because, and I think we might have talked about this on a previous show, but I'm not sure. But just to recap, it was towards the end of May that my aunt's dog died of colic. And the week following that, that week and into the next week, now keep in mind, I'm telling you about my aunt and her dog, and this happened in Savannah, Georgia, and I live in North Carolina. Okay. My stomach had also kind of seized up that week. And I thought, holy moly, was I picking up on the dog's energy? What was going on? All of these things. I had a real tough time in my intestinal tract, and I had to. There was a lot of help and support was required, let's say.
Okay.
And then, so fast forward to September. I was taking a call with, I'm conducting a session for somebody over the phone, and by the last 5 minutes of the session, I had to vomit. So it was pretty much like, I gotta go, like quickly, I gotta go, like the
Yeah.
phone's coming up, I gotta go, right? So I
Yep.
hung up and I walked out of my office and it was coming up and I went outside and handled that. Okay. And then I used the toilet, more came out, then I took a nap. Now, mind you, this is so uncharacteristic of me. You have like this, it's been 10 plus years. I just don't vomit. I just don't have health issues. Like I'm always solid.
Right.
This was another level. So I took a nap, I woke up, and then I still wasn't right, and I was getting like blood sugar issue, like spikes and sweating and all cold, clean, you name it. And I'm like, all right, this is now a 911. Okay. This is a 911. And so I laid on my floor in my bedroom. I texted two of my close friends that could handle this over the phone, one being Chris Gordon.
Mm.
And the other one I texted was my friend Jen Sharon, and saying I got a 911. And in fact, my husband had to text for me to tell them that this was an emergency because I didn't know if I needed to go to the ambulance, not that I ever would, but I didn't, I was at this, felt like I was dying on some level, right? And my intestines were long story short. So anyway, I'm down for the count. They both were able to get in touch with me and they did energy work over the phone and gave me homework to do, gave me things to do for myself. And here I am talking about this now. Okay, so that to me, just giving some highlights from May to September, that felt almost, perhaps, I don't have a clear grasp of it yet, but I feel like that was the end of that beginning that happened in May. Just for audience and educational purposes, September is Indian summer, and it is the month of the spleen, and it is also the month of Saturn, the planet Saturn. Saturn historically is the least favorite planet of anyone who knows better because I would call it is a reckoning of endings and beginnings and such. So that was the beginning of, that's what happened at the beginning of September. So now I'll give you space to give me feedback on that.
Wow.
Wowie, wowie.
Well, just I can relate.
Okay.
There was a time that I had something similar, and I won't go into it now, but what I came to the conclusion for myself and looking at what you were talking about first when your stomach seized, you're almost like a snake shedding your own skin.
Yeah.
And it literally had to be ripped from you. There was a part of you that really wanted to hang on to what you are familiar with
Mm-hmm.
and what you've known comfort with.
Yeah.
But the seizing of the stomach, I'm just looking. So that
Yeah.
just, it happened in that way because there was no other way to get you to stop. Because
Okay.
are
But
because you do have warrior energy,
yeah.
it takes a lot for you to be down and out and to rest and to allow something to happen. And
Okay.
this
But,
was,
but what needed to stop? I'm still not clear about the lesson of what did I need to stop?
oh no, but to stop is physically just sit still.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And so for you to be down and out like that, it forced you to be still and
Okay.
reach out and ask for help. I'm not sure if that's in your MO to really say, "Hey, I need help."
It
But for
is.
yourself.
Yeah. No, I'm getting help from both of them on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not sure the I don't know. I think that the asking for help might need to it's not ugh, I can't get the words out. I think I need help in other areas, not my physical health, but it had to show up in the physical way. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still sitting with this.
Yeah, it had to show up in the physical way for you to be able to sit and allow the non-physical to occur. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
don't have to be a warrior anymore. How does that sit with you?
That sounds fantastic. Tell me more, Erica. Tell me more.
You have, it's almost like this Joan of Arc energy that you have been a champion, a warrior, but you're transitioning into something more shamanic
Okay.
like, not necessarily a shaman, but shamanic like,
Yeah.
peaceful, Mother Teresa, kind of just walking your path with this energy. And whoever you pass, it's like your energy is going to be anchored and expelling throughout your entire body.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's about 40 feet out is where it's very, um, what should we call it? Like, intense, not intense. It's very, it's not diluted. And
Okay.
about that, it barely gets, you've got like 100 yards. But what's kind of being asked of you now is just to walk and to be in the space because anybody that you kind of come in contact with or even just pass by is going to be healed.
Wow.
They're going to get like a blessing from you.
Wow. Aw.
Couldn't happen while you still held your warrior sword.
Say that last part again?
And that couldn't happen while you held your warrior sword.
Oh.
So I don't know if you're familiar with Amma. She gives people line up, thousands and thousands line up to get a hug from her,
Oh.
and you could feel her energy from great distances. Even or like somebody had a story who was saying that she was walking through the airport and she didn't realize it at the time, but this woman was like, she had her back to her and she like felt, what is that? So she turned and she saw this woman walking. And that's how much she felt her energy. And that's kind of how I see it is that your energy is going to be so, which it already is, so tangible almost that people
Okay.
feel it.
Oh.
And you don't really have to do anything except care for yourself. And that is what's expanding your energy.
Wow.
Cause I see you kind of walking, you're in white and you have this beautiful glow around you. It's almost like a pinkish hue, but it's not, it's a very vibrant but dull pink. Does that make
Okay. Yeah.
with gold? And it's almost like, yeah, if, like a fairy almost. Like if you just walk, oh my God, you're a fairy. Ah.
And my favorite color is pink.
Well, of course, you know.
So do you see a fairy in the aura? Because it wouldn't surprise me.
It's almost like you are that being that's like anchoring the energy. And
Mhm.
so wherever you go, you're bringing that energy to help transmute things that are not ready and to actually help transmute or help people that need assistance, like a boost
Yeah.
their energy in order to make the transformations they need to make.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at it and I see you walking, and it's almost like people are kind of unaware, but it's like, oh, hey, I just had a really lovely thought, or, but not realizing they're just in your energy field. They just feel better.
Right. Who what's the name of that woman you were referring to?
Oh, Amma,
Ama. AMA?
AMMA, or maybe,
Okay. I got it. I want to put that in the description for people. I want to look this person up. That's pretty cool.
okay, yeah, I just learned of her maybe last year, and people were talking about her, and I'm like, wow, that's absolutely incredible. Like that people can have an auric field that is almost palpable or tangible.
Yeah, sure.
And so, wow, whew, it's really hot in here.
So it's interesting how this transition from May to September took place during the hottest time of the year. And I think that's significant because of all the fire in my sign. And for the past 2 summers, I've had a really hard time with the heat because I have enough of my own.
Yeah.
And I think that played a part, like the intense heat.
Yeah, I always associated fire with burning things away.
Yes, yes.
So, right, interesting that it happened at the hottest time of the year.
Yeah, burning off. That's interesting. So, all
Yes,
right.
kind of transitioning from archetype comes to mind. I don't know too much about different archetypes and things like that, but going from a warrior to more presence, more peace. I mean, warriors are peace as well, but they're also in a way responsible for opening things up and transitioning things.
Yeah.
Whereas now you're the anchor. You're an anchor. Oh my gosh, we talked about this a while ago. Remember?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and the word anchor just kept coming up. Do you remember? Like,
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. In fact, the camera, I just bought a camera and it's called Anchor. And Anchor was also the name of what Spotify was using as like for their podcast or something. I think they stopped using it, but yeah, that word jumps out at me a lot.
yeah, I think when we talked about your dogs maybe a year or two ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then about anchoring your house
Yes.
for this whole thing, and then at the end it was like to anchor yourself was to write.
Yes. And that's where I'm writing the book on Earth. And those effing canines are going to get chapter one all to themselves. Those,
Oh man.
those mother efforts. Okay. So thank
So
you. Thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you for sharing in this journey. I mean, just it's kind of I love how when things kind of come full circle
Yeah.
and wow, incredible.
Yeah. So I'm writing. God told me to write. Let me tell you. Um, Yep. Told me to write literally flat out, like told my body, like I can't even I don't know if you've ever again, sharing with the audience, my whole left side of my body felt magnetized. It just like and when you read when people read like stories in the Bible and you hear like the burning bush or some really mystical thing, I'm like my whole left side was so magnetized with this message to write and to put my classes on Patreon.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh, nice.
It was just flat out. It was basically God just, you know what I mean? Like undeniable. Undeniable.
Wow.
Very, very cool.
That is very cool. Wow. And also speaking for the audience too, kind of just building on what you were saying, is listening to your guidance because people are gonna start to get a feeling of discomfort. Like if they're used to pushing things away or pushing their guidance away, people are gonna start physically feeling that discomfort of not listening until it's gonna turn into something like anger or
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. Actually, it looks like mostly anger
Yeah.
until they actually, and it just goes back to taking care of yourself. Because if you take care of yourself, you're going to listen and you're going to take action on the messages that you're getting. Whereas before, you could push those messages away. But right now, what's happening is you're getting messages and you can't push them away anymore.
Right. Right. The suffering is too great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I feel like I'm in that personally. Like where, yeah, like practicing surrender
Yes.
because it feels like it's life or death.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the discomfort. I couldn't really put words to it, but it's almost like, and the people that have anxiety, it may bring up your anxiety. So if you're wondering why you have anxiety, kind of just be still and listen.
Yeah. I do want to talk about my husband for a second because it'll piggyback to what I was just sharing how you expanded upon how I went through this metamorphosis or like this snake shedding and etc. He simultaneously at the same time, right? We're talking May, right? Starting in May. He has become a non-smoker. That's been his come to Jesus moment.
Wow.
And this man smoked for 35 years. He, if you add, if I, and it was, I've been with him for 15 years, and it's been not a pleasant topic to bring up, me
Mhm.
being a holistic practitioner. And so it became life or death for him, and he's completely transformed as well. So both of us are I feel like we're stepping into new territory now.
That is incredible. Do you know how often it is that partners don't grow together?
Mm,
And it causes a lot of tension and friction. And I'm not saying you didn't have any, but
hmm.
for this transformation to occur is just in the both of you at the same time is just really telling.
Yeah.
And I know it probably wasn't easy, and I'm not going to look at into that, but just that the strength and bond between two people
Hmm.
is so important, especially when you know at the core of everything is love.
Yeah, we have love now. We didn't have it as much before May. Now we have lots of it. No, I'm kidding. But no, I'm not. No, there's a new surrendered place that we are both at, and it did happen simultaneously, and that is profound.
Hmm.
And I don't even know what it all means yet, but I could tell you it's profound.
Yeah, speak volumes in the sense of your paths.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like a brand new beginning for the both of us, and we're getting prepared for something. I don't know. I don't know.
And
I don't know. But
it
anyway.
could be something that's going to test it again, you know, but as long
No more
as,
tests.
as long as you guys are solid. Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed there was a test, but just from what you were saying,
No more tests.
but the strength, but this should be very telling in the bond and the strength that you guys have to get through anything.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No more. I want a free pass for the rest of my life. That's it. I've earned it.
Yep, just one foot in front of the other.
Uh-huh.
Just walk your walk. You got this.
So, so what would you like to share with everyone, since the move or post moving, like where are you at moving forward?
Well, all I can say right now is where we first, touched on what happens inside, it kind of manifests outside and vice versa. In this instance, I'm unpacking my internalness and also my external apartment.
Okay.
so,
Okay.
so where this, yeah, I could use the same term for both external and internal.
Yes.
Physically unpacking all these boxes and getting rid of things
Mm-hmm.
and unpacking all the tumultuous times, all let me just say all the shit that was the middle
Yeah.
of August and September. So,
Yeah.
mm,
Good, good, good.
yeah.
So overall, you're happy with your new place and it was a good thing, and yeah,
Yes, overall, I'm happy now. It's just in such disarray still that
yeah.
I need to get it, I need to clean it, I need to get it to my space, like, um, just with some Palo Santos and things like that, and
Hmm.
clear the energy and unpack. But I am happy here. I love the light. With the second bedroom, I wanted to downsize to a one bedroom, but
Yeah.
second bedroom, I'm setting it up as like a really beautiful office slash meditation room. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, whereas before, I would have been my living space and my office would have been kind of combined, but
Hmm.
like no, it's okay. So I have more space, which I'm actually looking forward to because the more space and free flowing space that I do have, I'm actually my creativeness actually comes out a lot more. So,
Very good. I'm happy
yeah,
for you. I'm
thank
glad.
you. Thank you. I'm very happy for you too.
Oh, thank you. The
Wow.
universe kicked the shit out of me.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow. I've never really witnessed a change in like an archetype before, like an overall purpose.
I
It's
don't know.
so cool.
Yeah, I don't know what you're seeing. Like I can't relate to that, but I appreciate your perspective. But I didn't know what was going on. Like you giving me the context of an archetype shift, that's pretty phenomenal.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm happy to be a guinea pig.
Again, no.
Again, always, always.
Right, but now you don't have to do anything. Well, I mean, just you just have being you. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we did not have a caller on tonight. We just wanted to catch up because it's been way too long.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that that was appropriate. And then perhaps next time we'll ask, and I'm asking right now, if you're listening and you'd like to be on the show, please get in touch with me and I will get you the information to log on for the next time we set this up, which I don't know when we're going to set this up. But
You know what? I think we should probably just set a date and just do it monthly. What are you
yeah.
like
Yeah.
gonna go back to our schedule now that things are a little calmer?
Yeah, I like doing it on Sundays. I think that's fun.
Hmm.
Once a month on Sundays at noon seems to work. What
Yes.
we did? Noon?
Yeah, noon Eastern time for those
Yeah.
of us in the central time zone.
Yeah, Eastern. All
Hmm.
right. And then I don't know. Let's what are you feeling in closing? What would you like to talk about?
Wait a minute. I thought the purpose of our whole conversation was to be unscripted.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So, to talk about next month,
No, 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 no. Oh, no, I mean, what would you like to talk about right now? What are you
ah,
sensing like you feel like you want to share now?
everything's going to be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. That is probably the number one reason why people suffer is trusting that everything's gonna be okay
Yep,
and that everything is okay now.
it is. And it's funny because I'm a huge believer of nothing is good or bad. It just is. And as
Yeah,
you can put one foot in front of the other
yeah,
in any daily task or beingness, you're golden.
yeah,
I know sometimes we try to attach things or reasons for things that occur to us or and they just usually aren't true most of the time.
yeah. That mind, I'm still struggling, still having a hard time anchoring in a peaceful mind, but I'm working on it. Because it tends to it can rob me of my peace and I don't know. I don't know. It just seems to be a faulty program to me.
The
What do you
peace or
the mind or the brain or like when the mind just runs off and goes into crazy land,
mhm.
it seems like a human defect to me.
Yeah, I think those are just old tapes though, because your body is still carrying the vibration of, childhood and
Mhm.
adolescence and, your early 20s. I'm just speaking generally for everybody.
Yeah.
And so when you try to find moments of peace of not doing things, or if you kind of just check out a little bit, your body's going to go to what it knows first.
Yeah.
So the more that a person can change their vibration a little bit by doing their work, it's a lot easier to navigate. But also sometimes when you have turmoil in your life, it kind of it's a good rule of thumb is to use it just is. And yes, it fucking sucks that somebody passed away and you're going to have all these feelings about it. And it's fucking not okay, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just a part of life.
Yeah.
Life happens, and it's how we move through life in our choices and decisions. Like we have no control over a lot of different things, but how we navigate through those things will really bring us peace overall.
Yeah. Just keep practicing surrender that we're not in control.
Mm-hmm. And if you have a plan, just throw it out the window.
Yeah. You have a
Because,
plan.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you're going to be guided to what you need to do next. And yes, it is good to have a plan, overall plan, but just allow it to be flexible,
That's a nice word. I like flexible.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, but the biggest thing is that everything really is okay and you're going to be okay.
I
Everybody.
and I already am okay, and you are okay, and you
Yes.
will be okay. You have been okay.
Yes. Yes. And speaking with the general public too, like
Right.
they're going to be okay, you know?
Yeah, everything's okay. Well, we should probably wrap it up, I think. What do you think?
I think so. I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Unless there's something that you're, really want to talk about or
No, I want to leave everyone with keep surrendering, keep reminding yourself that you're okay. Everything's okay. All is well.
Mhm. And I wanted to also just point out that it's not spiritual bypassing.
Oh no, not at all. No, it's going right to it.
Yes.
Yeah, anything else would be
Question.
bypassing.
Yep. So, because a lot of times people could put fluff on things, but no, this is the core of everything's okay.
Everything's okay. That's right. All right, until next time, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this program, episode 9.
Gosh, I love you.
And
I love.
please do get in touch with us if you'd like to be on the show next time.
Mhm.
Thank you.